Good afternoon, good evening, good night. I am Black Bright News, and I'm going to do something different this evening. I'm going to take you on an incident with me, and this is the incident at Heathrow Airport Terminal 3. And I'm going to kind of share the incident with you in story form, but as though I was there. Because, as you know, I'm an author and I'm a poet. I'm not going to do any poetry this evening, but I wanted to incorporate some of my skills and share an incident with you. Let me know what you think. Okay. The day I went to Terminal 3, in the lift, a traveller's story. I didn't think anything extraordinary would happen that morning. Heathrow Terminal 3 is chaotic, yes. Crowded, yes, but predictable. A place built on routine. You roll your suitcase through the doors, you follow the signs, you breathe in that familiar mix of coffee, jet fuel, and impatience. It's supposed to be the safest part of your journey. An airport is where you feel watched, protected, surrounded by systems designed to keep chaos out. I just landed from a night flight, jet lagged, dehydrated, dreaming about my bed. I remember stepping into the lift in the multi-storey car park and with a handful of other passengers, all strangers, all tired, all hoping our bags had survived baggage reclaim. Nothing unusual. Just a small metal box filled with people who had somewhere else to be. Then the door slid open on one of the floors and everything changed. Two people stepped in, fast, urgent. I noticed their energy before I noticed their faces. One of them fixed their eyes on a woman in the corner. She looked confused, clutching the handle of her suitcase instinctively as if she didn't know why she suddenly gripped it so tight. Then it happened. Not a sound first, just movement, a quick, aggressive pull as one of them yanked the woman's suitcase. She gasped, stumbled forward. The rest of us froze. Because that's what happens when danger slices into a space that's supposed to be safe. We freeze. Our brains need time to catch up, and then the spray. A burst, a mist, a sting that hit my eyes before I even understood what I was seeing. Every breath turned into fire. My chest locked, my eyes flooded. I stumbled backwards, hands clawing at the air, trying to find a wall, a railing, anything to hold on to. Someone screamed. I think it was me. I'm not entirely sure. Pepper spray inside the lift in Heathrow Airport. The place that has more cameras than Hollywood film set. And yet in that moment it felt like nobody could see us. People were coughing, heaving, blinded. Someone dropped to the floor. Someone else was frantically pressing buttons, any button, desperate to make the lift stop. The woman whose suitcase was taken was crying, not from the spray but from shock, violation, disbelief. When the lift doors finally opened again, the attackers were already gone. They vanished into the grey stairwells and endless corridors of the car park, taking her suitcase, her sense of safety, and the next several hours of all our lives with them. We spilled out of the lift like survivors crawling out of a smoke-filled room. My eyes burned so fiercely I couldn't see the signs on the walls. People were staggering, leaning on barriers, clutching each other without even asking names. That's when the alarm started. Airport staff running, radios crackling, someone shouting for medics, someone also guiding us towards fresh air. At first I thought it was just the lift area being evacuated, but then over the chaos I heard it. Terminal 3 temporarily closed. Closed for us. Over a suitcase. Over an attack so small in scale, yet so loud in consequence. Somewhere inside me anger started edging its way in, not just at the attackers, though there was plenty of that, but at how easy it had been. Pepper spray inside an international airport, past the so-called layers of security, past the ever-watchful cameras, past the promises that Heathrow is one of the most secure places in the world. I kept thinking, how? How did it get through? How did they slip it past the eyes that were meant to see everything? No one had answers for us that day. Only instructions. Sit here, breathe slowly, keep your eyes open, keep your eyes closed, don't rub your face, help the person next to you. The advice kept changing because the situation kept changing. I remember seeing children crying, parents trying to calm them, even while coughing themselves. I remember the sound. A mix of sirens and announcements apologising for the inconvenience, explaining nothing. We were moved to a medical area, then to a waiting zone. At some point, someone handed me water. At another point, someone took my details for incident reporting. The hours blurred, and the question that kept circling all of us like a persistent drone was, why shut down the terminal? Wasn't this an overreaction? But as someone who lived it, I can tell you it wasn't. For a few long minutes in that lift, none of us knew what had been sprayed. Pepper spray, yes, but it could have been anything. And the airport didn't know either. They had to assume worst case scenarios because the day an airport assumes is probably nothing is the day headlines change forever. They shut down to protect us, to protect thousands of other passengers, to investigate, to contain the unknown. Was it disruptive? Absolutely. Was it justified? Without a doubt. Later, when the police spoke to me, they asked what I'd seen. I told them the truth. Not much, just a blur of movement, a suitcase being torn away, and the flash of a spray can. Cameras probably saw more than I did. At least, that's what I'd hoped. They told us they had arrested one suspect. The others, they said, would be caught soon. Maybe they already have. Maybe they're still out there. That's the thing about airports. They're built on systems, but people slip between systems all the time. Hours after the attack, once I'd been cleared medically and the terminal reopened, I found myself sitting alone with my thoughts. Heathrow buzzed back to life around me, almost pretending nothing had happened. But for those of us who were there, something had changed. People think that danger announces itself with noise, with threats, with chaos. But the most frightening danger is the quiet kind. The kind that slips into a lift with you, disguised as another traveller. Before that day, I believed airports were fortresses. Now I understand something different. Airports are only as safe as the moments when nothing goes wrong. And on any given day, at any time, something can go wrong. What stays with me most is the pain or the fear. Isn't the pain or the fear, though that was real. It's how fragile everything felt afterwards, how quickly order became chaos, how a single act in a single lift affected 21 people, shut down an entire terminal, rerouted flights, disrupted journeys, and ricocheted through thousands of lives, and how invisible it all was until it wasn't. Now, whenever I travel, I'm more aware, not paranoid, just aware. I look around elevators, I watch the people around me. I hold my suitcase a little closer, not because I expect trouble, but because I know it's possible. Airports promise safety, and they try. They really do. Cameras, security checks, staff, protocols. But safety is never absolute. It's a fabric stretched tight, and every so often someone finds a way to poke a hole in it. On that day in that lift, I felt the hole, and I'll never forget it. When you travel next, whether through Heathrow or any other airport, carry this message with you. You are surrounded by systems built to protect you, staff trained to support you, and procedures designed with your well-being in mind. And remember that even when unexpected events occur, the response is swift, coordinated, and focused on your safety. We wish you a safe and comfortable journey, wherever you're heading next. I don't know how that felt for you. I don't know if it felt real. I don't know if it felt as though I was there, but I do hope it did. And I'm going to try and do something because I think there's something about storytelling that helps resonate with what's happening in the news more. So this won't be the first time, and it won't be the last. Okay, then, you have a wonderful evening, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care now. Bye bye.